What's happening, Lazy Butch fans? Dan here, and today we're doing another Ask Lazy Butch question and answer video! I really need to write a musical because at this point I'm singing at the opening of every one of these videos, so I need to just have a musical number at some point. By the time you all see this video, I will have turned 30 years old. By the time you all have seen this video, I will have turned 30 years old. Yes, that's right. I'm officially an old fart in this community. I have seen a thing or two, and I have much wisdom to give. Before we continue, I gotta show Nate Spidey 18's latest meme. Here it is, guys, the latest Lazy Bunch meme, and it is hilarious. I love it. Funny. Gotta capitalize on that. Another month has gone by, and y'all have asked some amazing questions for me and for Lazy Bunch, so thank you so much. We didn't get as many as last time, but sometimes it's not about the quantity, but the answers that we find along the way. Before we continue, make sure you slap that subscribe button. As always, like this video to help us with the YouTube algorithm. And if you have any questions for me, make sure you check out the Ask Dan section in our Discord server. I am an open book to y'all, so if you have anything you want to ask me, go right ahead. I will answer them. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a hat. Two reasons. The Boston Bruins are in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and at the time of this recording, they're playing the Florida Panthers for their 5th game in the series. So really hoping they beat the Panthers this game and move on to the next round. But I was also wearing the hat because my wife cut my hair a little bit too short. I'm a guy who likes my hair a little bit longer, so that's why I'm going with the hat. And just like the average millennial, I have to be wearing a beanie because what else would I be wearing? But you all came here for answers, and I am here to answer all of them right now. Our first question today comes from Frosty and Icy, or, Baba Yaga, I guess now. Baba Yaga asks, what does your Spartan look like for every Halo game, excluding Halo 5, because we don't want you to violently destroy the planet out of rage because of mentioning Halo 5. But I'm gonna put them all on screen right now. As you can see, these are my Spartans, nothing really too crazy. Halo 3, I got the Scout armor because I think it's really cool. Halo 4, I honestly really love the ODST armor. I know a lot of people don't like that one, but I'm sticking with Recruit because that's what my character looks like in the Perfect Soldier universe. And Halo Reach is a no-brainer because that is how my character looked like in Perfect Soldier Evolution. So yeah, those are my Spartans, nothing really too crazy. I am glad you asked because now the world knows. Next, Baba Yaga asks, when will Commander Wells dig up Walt Disney and take the team to Disneyland? Look, man, I'm all about those sitcoms with those Disney episodes. It's gotta happen at some point. I just don't know how, but it will be interesting to see that Commander Wells digs up Walt Disney specifically. Aquifer Unknown is here to ask his first question of the video. How painful was the last Let's Watch, the one you just recorded, to make? So for those who don't know, I had a Let's Watch series go on for a little while where I watched certain machinima series. But the last Let's Watch I did, I was watching a 4-hour GTA 5 machinima by Martin 5050. It was an incredible machinima, a lot of really great moments. But man, a 4-hour machinima, that really took me out of it. That was a lot of work. Next, we got another one from Aquifer Unknown. Is there a non-zero chance of Let's Watch returning? Maybe in a different form, like where pick certain scenes from stuff beforehand and discuss them. So it would be less like react content and more of an analysis breakdown kind of thing. Those little insights you gave were my favorite part. In conclusion, bring back Let's Watch. I'm glad that there's someone who actually likes the Let's Watch series because there's not very many fans. The Let's Watch series, I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's really time-consuming to do, and like I said, there's not much reward for the creators that I base the videos on. But to answer your point, Aquifer, to kind of change it up to discuss the scenes a little bit, that is something to think about. Again, I don't know if I want to bring back the Let's Watch series. If I was a full-time YouTuber like my brother Greg and I had the time and had the money to do this, then I would post the Let's Watch every week. I would do one each week. I'd do an Ask Lazy Bunch every month. I'd do Halo Shorts every week. I do it all. I do every day. There'd be something going on. But like I said, it's a very time-consuming process. It's sometimes just easier for me to just, you know, if my workload's too heavy, I gotta cut something. Let's Watches is always the first thing that I gotta cut. So to answer your question in short, possibly. There might be a chance for it to come back, maybe in a different form. We'll see. Would you create a Patreon or something similar? If so, what would you put on it? Funny enough, I actually created a Patreon not too long ago, and then no one seemed to notice it, so I kind of just let it kind of fall out of, you know, existence. And then by the time your claimer came out, I realized, hey, this thing is still active, so I just deleted it by that point. But some of the things I had on it were like, you know, $1, obviously you get like maybe, you know, your channel name posted at the end of a video. The $5 option would be like a shout out type of thing. The $10 option was actually gonna be really cool because that was a, like a collaboration option. Like, of course it included the first 2 options in that. If you had the equipment, you and I could maybe voice act together or body act together for the scene. Basically, it was gonna be a really cool way to get people involved with the Halo shorts that I make. Unfortunately, not a single person went on that page or noticed it, gave us any, you know, money out of it, so the Patreon just kind of went dead. Will there be a co-host to Ask Lazy Bunch at some point, even if it's just for an episode? Good question, Aquifer. I've thought about having a co-host a couple of times. My brother-in-law, Kieran, would be a great option. He is a lot of fun to talk to. But as I always say in every video, if Greg Reka could make an appearance, that would be sweet. Did you ever try an AI, example ChatGPT, to script write/write something for your videos? I have not yet, but funny you say that. That's actually been an idea of mine for a very long time. I've really wanted to do an AI-based Halo machinima, but I definitely want to make that happen for the summertime. It's gonna happen soon. I gotta just actually make it happen. Baba Yaga is back with another question. So in The Rookie, should I make Wilson a John Wick type character where he only wants to kill him because of what happened to his wife, or a John Wick badass action character, mad A, what he did to everyone? He's already John Wick badass version. So I have not actually seen John Wick, so I don't really have an opinion. I was under the impression that John Wick was more upset about his dog being killed than his wife. Regardless, it doesn't hurt to take inspiration from other sources. For instance, if you love John Wick, or if you love 007, or if you love Star Wars or Harry Potter, it's good to look for inspiration from multiple sources and see what kind of pieces you can take from those things and really, you know, see yourself in that universe. If that all makes sense. You know, obviously you're the one who's writing it, so write it in the way where you find interesting. The Slimed Artist is here asking his very first question. If you could just choose only one story from the Perfect Soldier franchise, which one would you have it Legonized? Whether it be a movie, set, comic, etc. That is a really good question, and honestly, I think we'd go with the safe choice, Lone Wolves. But that would be really cool. That would be the one I want to see. Obviously, I love to see a Lego version of anything that I make, but Lone Wolves specifically, it has a special place, so I think it would be really cool to see that. Do you have a favorite Lego hairpiece? Funny you say that, I actually do. Here's a picture of it right now. It is this Yu-Gi-Oh type hairpiece from Exoforce. This black one specifically I used for my Lego character growing up. There you go. That's my source of inspiration for my Lego character. Do you have a favorite Bionicle / Hero Factory style piece? Ooh, I don't know if I have a favorite piece. I mean, Liwa is my favorite Bionicle Toa of all time. But I have to say, and this is gonna sound a little weird, I think it's like all of the 2001 Toa pieces. Like that long arm and the chest piece. Like those pieces, like the second I look at them, I hear the Bionicle theme playing in my head. Like, and to get into it right when it like literally launched, like seeing those pieces, like it brings me back to my childhood and all those happy days like immediately. If you got the chance to direct a live action movie, would you? And what would it be about? The Perfect Soldiers universe actually was going to be live action originally, but as high school kids, we realized we don't have any money. So that's why we turned to video games, because we all had video games. We all had Halo 3 and Halo Reach, and Red vs. Blue was really big at the time, so that's kind of how we stuck with Halo. But honestly, live action movies are really expensive, and they take a lot longer to produce than, like, for instance, the gaming stuff. Like, I can hop on right here, right now, and film a short that's gonna air tomorrow. But if I had to make a live action film right now, what would it be about? I've actually been writing a book for some time now about an Islamic family living in New York City at the time of 9/11 happening. So there's a lot of like deep drama, nationalism things happening and political things that are happening. So there's a lot of like deep emotions going on with these characters, but specifically about the son and daughter who come from this Islamic family and how they go through their entire life dealing with racism, overly eccentric nationalism, people. Both the kids are going through really bad depression and anxiety, and their main source of joy is through music. And it plays a huge role in how I push these characters forward. So it's a lot of fun to write. Again, it's very deep, heavy stuff, but if I were to make a live action movie, that's what it would be about. Extra Ninja is here, this very first question of the video, or better yet, Kai06. Hey Dan, do you remember a movie called Treasure Planet? And if you do, and like it, would it be something you would make as a machinima? Dude, you know I love Treasure Planet growing up. I'm a millennial, of course. I grew up in the early 2000s. It's not really good, but I really loved the movie. I loved the art style. But yes, if I could make a machinima about it, or kind of like the Treasure Island type story in general, something to think about. Something to think about. Kieran Law's got a list of questions here. Least favorite Kirby game? Honestly, I think it's gonna be Tilt and Tumble. I'm not really a fan of that, and I think there was a Kirby pinball game too. Like, I love the storyline ones, and I don't know, just the Tilt and Tumble pinball ones don't do it for me. Favorite Kirby ability? Honestly, the laser sword one with his double lightsaber from Crystal Shards, that's probably my favorite one. Least favorite Kirby ability? Come on, Sleep Kirby. Sleep Kirby is like the worst. Favorite Kirby final boss? I don't know if I have a favorite final boss. I always love fighting King Dedede, but I think my favorite final boss has gotta be Zero 2 or maybe Dark Mind from Amazing Mirror. Like, both of those are just so iconic and so cool. I really like those battles. Favorite Kirby friend? So I'm a little biased because I love owls, so Coo the Owl is probably my favorite. But if you've seen the Kirby Right Back At You anime series, Rick the Hamster is Australian, and it's so cool. I love him in that show. He's really cool in that. So I would probably say Rick. Nate Spidey18 is here with this very first question. Welcome, Nate Spidey. Moving on, any 2000s or 2010 shows you grew up on, and secondly, any of those shows you want to make a machinima that are inspired by it. Kirby Right Back At Ya, again, played a huge part of my growing up. It came out, what, like 2003 or something like that, but it was a show that I really loved. The TV show Lost, like, I absolutely loved Lost. Honestly, the Grim Adventures of Bailey and Mandy have been really on my mind lately. I would love to make a funny, like, sitcom comedy type machinima based around that. Like, that premise alone was hilarious. So I'd love to make a show about that. Or, ooh, Invader Zim. Invader Zim was a great show as well. Any obscure machinimas and or machinima creators you know about that you would recommend? There's a lot of machinima creators that I recommend. I mean, you got Nate Spidey18, High Council Media, Lost Hobo Films, Chronicler 177, 236 Studios, Innovative Monitor, Cannonbolt 066, Buck. And I know I'm missing a lot, but I could go all day. Honestly, there's a lot of great machinimas out there. But if I had to recommend one machinima specifically, it would be Cannonbolt's Fireteam Spectral. That is a series that is severely underrated. It is a lot of fun, heavily influenced by Red vs. Blue. Definitely worth checking out, and Cannonbolt is having the rest of the season come out later this year. So let's show him some love and support, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel, like his videos, and go check out his series. You may enjoy it. You can only bring one Star Wars Legends character back into canon. Who would you choose and why? If I had to choose one though, Galen Merrick is probably my choice, just because he has such an intricate backstory, and it would be so cool if he was developed as like a character for Luke to fight, or if not Luke, or if he became like the Kylo Ren of the sequel trilogy. So I think that would be really cool. I don't know how they bring him back now because of the original trilogy and the sequels are just the way they are. But yeah, Galen Merrick, he'd be my choice. Brother Bear, do you remember that movie? It's pretty okay, I think. I think we should watch Brother Bear next time I'm over there. Dude, Brother Bear was a really good movie, and my brother Greg and I really watched the heck out of that one. That's another one of those early 2000s movies that we just, you know, we couldn't put down. Tell everybody I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. Opinion on stickers and Lego sets. Dude, stickers are the absolute worst. Can we just like not have stickers ever in Lego sets? A lot of my Legos from the early 2000s are like, the stickers are just chipping off and I can't get the full sticker off because half it's broken, and then I can't do anything with the Lego set, and now that piece is just worthless. It's just a piece of garbage. Nate Spidey is back with another question. If you could make your Halo characters as toys, which film would you make toy characters first? In the last video, Kieran actually asked about making Funko Pops and action figures and things like that. But if I had to choose one first, I think it would be, as usual, Lone Wolves. I'd love to get a Captain Reynolds something. But Captain Reynolds, I think, would be a safe choice. I mean, he's my favorite. He's a lot of fans' favorites. And, you know, he bring in a lot of moolah. You know, the money would start cash flowing, and then we get a lot of money. It'd be amazing. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? Fun fact about me, I'm actually allergic to pineapple, so nay. What's really good on pizza is pickles. Pickles taste amazing on pizza. Pickles on pizza, guys, yay or nay? Comment down below, what do you think? What opinion got you like this? Oh boy, I'm about to make a lot of people mad. Star Wars sequel trilogy. If Rey wants to be a Skywalker, I'm okay with that. But I'm all about the idea of redemption and trying to rebuild yourself and become a different person over time. And for Rey Skywalker to be a thing, I am 100% all okay with it. To what is appealing about machinima? How would you best explain what machinima is to someone who has no experience with it? Obviously, if you're a gamer, machinima makes a lot of sense for you. But for me, as I said, I wanted to do live action films before and realized that I could tell those same stories via machinima. Granted, there are a couple of drawbacks, a couple setbacks with machinima, but not enough to make me not want to do machinima stuff. Honestly, I just tell someone, go watch Red vs. Blue, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Have you ever thought about making a subreddit? So this is gonna offend a lot of people. I honestly have no idea how to really use Reddit. I only occasionally open Reddit maybe like once in a blue moon when something's really intriguing. But yeah, I am an idiot when it comes to Reddit. And so I have never thought about making a subreddit because I would not be able to do that or figure out how to do that. Have you ever thought about hosting game nights for Halo or other games in this server? I have thought about hosting game nights. Unfortunately, the main problem is my schedule. I'm always busy doing something, and maybe one day I could host, or maybe someday I could have someone in the server be like the host and I could join every once in a while, or take like the hosting responsibilities away from me and I could just play with my fans and just have fun. You know what I mean? Like, one day, not today though. Excluded X-53, if every character in the Perfect Soldiers universe fought, who would win? Honestly, I think Anderson will win, and he's one of those characters who's really strong and tough, really hard to take that dude down. He's very strategic, has a lot of people on his side, he knows what he's doing. Baba Yaga's back. This one is serious. So from machinima director to machinima director, what is the easiest way to make cool art for your characters without money and skill? I would have Numbus, my editor, do it, but he is still working on the Q&A part 2. So for me, with no experience at all, what should I use and what is the easiest without paying money? So firstly, I would say for me, I make most of my art myself. Javelin, my co-writer for Reclaimer, did a lot of the YouTube thumbnails and the poster and a lot of other Reclaimer-based things for that project. It's a lot of work sometimes, a lot of patience with Photoshop and learning a lot of tricks along the way. The best program I recommend to use is Photoshop, but there are a lot of Photoshop-like programs out there that are free that you could do the job with. Blender is a free program that I highly recommend. A lot of people have had a lot of fun using Blender, doing some cool animated things with it. So you could do that, but in terms of recommending people and things like that, I don't have an opinion on that. My advice for you, the more trades you know how to do, the more valuable you will be to not only your own projects, but for future projects for other people as well. Like, if you can do everything, you know how to talk to those people who will do it for you. And just having that knowledge just helps in general. Like, if you ever become like a graphic designer, you have that knowledge too. So added thing for your resume. You never know. What's the story behind the suit? Why are you wearing a suit for this video? Well, the real question, Kieran, is why does anyone really wear a suit? I mean, sometimes people just like to be fancy, you know? But in that particular video, I think I just wanted to look really professional for any potential voice actors that might come along my way. And sometimes I just wear the same outfit for 2 videos at the same time. So if you really look around my channel, you might find another video where I'm wearing a suit and then put 2 and 2 together and realize, oh, Dan actually filmed that and that other thing at the same time. But again, the real question is, why does anyone wear a suit? Like, what about a suit looks distinguished? I just don't get it. Ultimate Dream Team from anything. Mine is Tucker, Hudson, Ghost, Sergeant Dick Nuts, Sergeant Johnson, Master Chief, Sans. But if I had to make my Ultimate Dream Team, I would probably say Obi-Wan Kenobi, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, some of the characters from my universe like Reynolds, Samantha Chloe, Mason, Donovan. I don't know. I mean, I could go all day about this, but that's probably the immediate team that I'd have right there and then. And obviously Kirby. I gotta add Kirby to this list. I mean, Kirby is just, unstoppable. And last but certainly not least, we're closing out this video with Kieran and the Law asking one last question. Should people like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so they can get notified whenever you upload a new video or short? Absolutely yes! People should be notified and turn on the bell icon, but more importantly, subscribe, like, comment on this video, ask me questions. If you made this far, make sure you type down strawberry shortcake down below. I will know that you are a true Kirby fan and a true Lazy Bunch fan if you made it all the way to the end and comment that down below. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you all next time.
Oh my God, it was like, bow, bow, and he's like, no, and I'm like, yeah, bow, bow, pew, pew, pew. Hey.